Well, state police are investigating after a traffic stop ended with police shooting and killing a suspect Monday morning in Booneville. Booneville police attempted to stop 45-year-old Gary Blaylock in a pickup truck on State Highway 23 that led to a chase. ASP then responded to assist, and officers surrounded the vehicle to slow it down and stop it. Police say Blaylock then got out of the truck with a gun, and officers shot and killed him. No officers or bystanders were injured. ASP says they will investigate and will submit a file to the Logan County Prosecutor's Office. And in Washington County, a man has pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 years in prison for breaking into a Springdale home and attempting to rape a woman. Mario Garcia Vasquez was arrested in 2024 after the victim called 911 on her Amazon Alexa device. Court documents say Garcia Vasquez was stalking the victim for at least a month. He entered the victim's home with a roll of duct tape minutes after the victim's husband left. Authorities say they expect he will be deported to Mexico when his sentence is complete. And President Trump is warning that a whole civilization will die tonight if Iran doesn't reach a deal by 8 p.m. Eastern. Overnight, Iran's president wrote on social media that he, along with millions of other Iranians, are ready to sacrifice their lives in defense of their country. Natalie Brand is at the White House with the latest.
Even ahead of the president's deadline for Iran tonight, a U.S. official confirms to CBS News there have been strikes overnight on Karg Island military targets, a vital location for Iran's oil exports. The official says the strikes did not target oil infrastructure.
We're not going to strike energy and infrastructure targets until the Iranians either make a proposal that we can get behind or don't make a proposal.
Vice President J.D. Vance, speaking during a trip to Hungary, said there will be a lot of negotiation between now and the president's deadline.
If the Iranians don't come to the table and they stay committed to terrorism, to terrorizing their neighbors, not just Israel, but of course their Arab neighbors too, then the economic situation in Iran is going to continue to be very, very bad, and frankly, it will probably get worse.
President Trump, in his most threatening social media post yet, warned a whole civilization will die tonight, adding that he doesn't want that to happen, but it probably will.
The president's post also said maybe something, quote, revolutionarily wonderful can happen. On Monday, he detailed the consequences if an agreement is not reached.
Every bridge in Iran will be decimated. Every power plant in Iran will be out of business, burning, exploding, and never to be used again.
Iran's neighbors are calling for de-escalation.
There are no winners in the continuation of this war. There are only losers.
Iran, for its part, remains defiant. The country's president wrote on social media overnight that he, along with millions of other Iranians, are ready to sacrifice their lives in defense of their country. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Well, the war with Iran continues pushing up oil and gas prices, with some prices changing overnight. Here's what to expect if you decide to fill up your car. According to Gas Buddy, average prices in Rogers sit at $3.40. In Fort Smith, it's around $3.34. And Clarksville is seeing an average of $3.47. And we also have an update on construction on the Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard near the I-49 intersection in Fayetteville. RDOT says that the project involves widening the area from 4 lanes to 6, along with building a new bridge on MLK and a second bridge and overpass on 15th Street. Dave Parker with RDOT says these changes will improve traffic flow and give better access to West Fayetteville.
In 20 years, you're going to see 20 to 25,000 more cars in that same area. So if we don't do something now, because roads and bridges aren't built overnight, it will really become a bottleneck, unsafe area. So we're trying now to accommodate for more capacity, basically move traffic through there quicker, easier, safer.
Parker says the project is expected to be complete by mid to late 2028. Well, recounts for the Arkansas Secretary of State race are so far showing no changes in last week's primary runoff results. State Senator Kim Hammer beat Brian Norris by 900 votes in the Republican primary runoff. Norris asked for recounts in multiple counties, including Washington County. Monday, election officials said the recount showed no differences. Offices in Baxter, Grant, and White counties reported the same. Saline County will do a recount today. If the results don't drastically change, Hammer goes on to face Democrat Kelly Gropp in November. Also today, the Fort Smith Board is set to vote on the purchase of radio equipment for the River Valley Communications Center. If approved, the city's mayor would enter an agreement with Motorola. Sebastian County and the city of Fort Smith have been working to consolidate their 911 dispatch centers. Full consolidation is expected to take place this summer. Today, voters in Oklahoma communities like Panama, Poto, and Tallahena are picking new school board members. We'll have all the results tonight on 5 News and online at 5newsonline.com. Also in Pensacola, voters will decide today whether to approve a nearly $12 million bond for a new school activity center. Superintendent Jeremy Jackson says the district's gyms and event spaces have been pushed to the limit for years. The $11.8 million bond would fund a new activity center with nearly 1,200 seats. District leaders say that would mean property taxes could go up about 18% for some homeowners. And while Jackson says many people support the plan, not everyone wants to pay for it.
It is the cost. Anytime you talk about raising taxes, especially right now with fuel prices the way they are, it's scary. It's scary for folks. What we hope to be able to demonstrate is we continue academic success, we continue to grow our school district, do those things that the property value would continue to grow. That would far surpass the rate of tax that's going to go up.
If approved, Jackson says the new facility would help the district handle growing events and keep Pensacola schools competitive. Also today, the Fort Smith Board of Directors are set to vote on a proposed amendment aimed at reducing flooding. It's for a project at the former Acme Brick site designed to lessen flooding along a drainage basin. The amendment would include the installation of a third detention pond. In 2024, we told you the city brought the former Acme Brick property located on both sides of Greenwood Road for over $2.8 million. And it's opening day at Arvist Ballpark in Springdale. The Naturals take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles tonight at 7:05 in their home opener. The 2026 season features 69 home games and 69 road games running through September 13th, with weekend matchups making up more than half the schedule. Fans can also look forward to a special 4th of July game, the 4th time in 6 years the team has played at home on the holiday. We spoke with manager Brooks Conrad ahead of opening day about what sets this team apart.
They get after it, they work hard, they love to compete, they love to play for each other, and that's a skill that we can't really work on that. We can talk about it, we can push that for them, but they embody that already.
Again, first pitch is tonight at 7:05 p.m. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals will be playing games every day through Sunday in this series against the Amarillo Sod Poodles.